I started a new old stock parts business. I didn't design this card, actually. It's a lot nicer than something that I would have designed. I didn't design this card. It's actually a lot nicer and more sophisticated looking than anything I would have designed. But this is the business card for my new parts business that I've started with my friend Mike. And so I have been hiding this under the covers for like the last year or so. And the reason I've been doing that is because I didn't think that I was ready to discuss it yet. But I think we're at a point now where I probably should start telling people I do this, because I have a lot of parts sitting in a big warehouse up in, you know, a spot in Central Florida that's kind of off the beaten path that I should really try to sell before I get to the 3 or 4 year mark when I determine if we're going to buy a space for this business or if we're going to, you know, cut our losses and move on. And so the NOS parts business, which is, it actually has a name, we call it Classic Mercedes Parts LLC. Sounds like we sell classic Mercedes parts. But we sell some other stuff too. We have some parts for BMW and Volvo, all old stuff. And we have some, you know, unspecified Bosch parts that could go in a multitude of cars. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about why I started this business and some of the reasons that I started this business. So the first reason that I started this business is because I wanted to see what it was like to have a business partner, a partnership with somebody. And so the person I selected to be my partner is probably the best excuse I could give you is that he selected me to be his partner, and this was his idea, and I liked it, and it made sense to me. And I said, you know what, a partnership sounds like something I can manage, because I don't have to be the only one responsible for every aspect of the business. And Mike is a much more well-organized person than I am. He gets a high off of selling things. So the funny thing is, when you sell something, you think to yourself one of two things: either A, I just made money, or B, now I'm responsible for the part that I sold or the job that I did in my relationship with the customer from this point forward. And so the nice thing about this business is it's kind of like you sell the part and the person either likes it or they don't. If they don't like it, they send it back to you. I mean, there is one potential problem where people start bugging you, asking you for technical advice about installing the part. You don't get free technical advice of the part. You should only buy the part if you either know how to install it yourself or you know someone who does. I don't like giving people technical advice because it's just not worth it. It isn't. You know, it's like I've got a million other problems to solve. It's like I shouldn't have to throw your problem in here in the pile. But, you know, the whole genesis of this business is the fact that we were being offered parts from shops that were closing, or individuals that had big parts hoards. And there are a lot of people, dude. There's Chad Zalinga. Chad's a great guy. He's got all kinds of neat stuff, you know. And then there's this guy named Jim Hall that I deal with up in Maryland, and he's got a lot of really good stuff too. And, you know, there's some people out on the West Coast too that, you know, have some great stuff. So this isn't exactly an unusual endeavor, but I figured out 3 things over the last 5 years. Mercedes made a lot of parts, a lot of spare parts. Companies like Sox, Bosch, VDO, Meister, Schatz, Meili when it was like a good brand, Febi when it was a good brand, Limforder when it was a good brand. They also made a lot of good parts too back in the day. And a lot of shops, which are starting to sort of go to the wayside now because their owners are retiring or their business model is changing to keep up with modern cars, happen to acquire a lot of inventory. Because what do you know, the guy who runs the parts department typically loves spending the company's money buying tons of extra parts. And when we see this sort of behavior, the first thought that comes to our mind is like, man, these things are going to go to waste if somebody doesn't buy them and use them. And so that's what we've been doing. We've been buying them up, using them, you know, in our own shop. But we have so many parts now. It's like, how can we keep up with it? you know, we've got to sell some of this stuff. I'm not going to use some of these items over the next like 40 years. Some of them are just they're either too weird or obscure. I have too many of them, or I'm not really sure what the, you know, what the level of demand is going to be for like a fan shroud for a W114 280 or a radiator for a 190D 2.2. But I know there's going to be someone out there who needs it. So you can go to our website, or you can email us at classicmercedespartsllc.com or sales@classicmercedespartsllc.com. It's a lot of long company name, but they like for you to slap the LLC on there because we live in a very litigious world. It would be interesting if we didn't have to put the I really hate the fact that we have to put LLC or incorporated or something at the end of every business. It's like Goldman Sachs doesn't have to stick Goldman Sachs LLC on the back of their thing, or BlackRock. You can't just say like BlackRock, or you could just say BlackRock or Redfin. No, you know. But if you're a guy who's trying to open a pizza place, like you could be like Frank Figlio's Pizza LLC. It's like, why do you need an LLC to sell a freaking pizza? Like, who decided this was a good idea? You know, it's like, just sell the pizza and don't sue the guy. So I don't know, it's just annoying. But anyway, going back to this whole model of like parts. So we started buying all these parts from different shops, and we found a warehouse to put them in, and we were able to buy some shelving, and now we're in the process of organizing a lot of it. So we know about 50% of what we have. The other 50% is a mystery. But we've got some really weird stuff there. So if you're looking for a weird item that's very hard to find, you should probably contact us. You know, our interest is like in moving inventory right now, because I'm going to give this business 5 years. After 5 years, I think it's doing something that's worthwhile, great. But if I don't, then whatever, you know. And if anything, it gives me an excuse to be able to buy parts from this business for my own shop, so that I could save some money, and then therefore I can save my customers some money. Works out good. So hopefully, you know, this works out. I don't like businesses very much. I never wanted to run a business, but I also hate working for other people even more. So until I can wear a loincloth and gather mangoes and fish all day for all my basic necessities, which is probably going to be never, I'm just going to have to sell parts and fix cars, which is the business I know. So I'm happy to be here. All right, guys, if you enjoy this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And next time you need a part, maybe we have something for you. Maybe. Maybe not. I can't make any promises. There are just a lot of boxes full of parts in there. I'll talk to you guys in the future.